Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hamburg, home of the Hawks, and once again, host of the State Amateur Baseball Tournament. I am Eric Murphy, pleased to be with you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. This is game number 2 for us in Hamburg in the Class C bracket, and we've got what is expected to be one of the best. It'll be hard to top our first game, which we'll talk about here in a second, but Sartell and Hutchinson facing off here in what is expected to be a great matchup. Let's start out with the Huskies of Hutchinson. They will be the visitors here today in their orange tops and white pants. They finished as the top seed in Region 12C, regular season record of 16-4. Hutch, they didn't qualify for state in 2020, but they are a mainstay. This is their 5th tournament appearance in 6 years. They were runner-up in 2019 to Jordan. As for Sartell, carrying the label as perhaps the best team to not get the first round bye. Sartell had a regular season record of 34-2. Unbelievable. They took home top honors in the Sauk Valley League and are the 2 seed out of Region 11C. Sartell managed by Randy Beckstrom in the state tournament for the 10th straight season. 17 appearances overall. 2 times they've won it all. That was in 1992 and in 2013. Lineup for Hutchinson as they're going to get things started here in just a minute. Matt Piowski, then it's Tyler Schiller, Jaden Fleck, Jake Wenlin, Marcus Hahn, Cody Arlt, Adam Katzenmeyer, Billy Marcourt, and Zach Kuzeski will be the lineup for Hutch, and they will be facing off against David Dominski, who's carried the water on the mound for the Huskies. 11 wins, 7 complete games, 5 shutouts, 126 strikeouts to just 6 walks. Unbelievable stats. The lefty is a great player, former draft pick of the Minnesota Twins, former pro player. Finished his professional career with a couple of seasons in independent ball. He gets the appeal here today, and he'll start us off. Again, game number 2, our first game here today, was went 11 innings. Spring Hill outlasting, Delano. 4-3 the final in that one to move on to the second round, where they will take on New Ulm next week. The winner of this game gets Wanamengo in round 2. So starting things off for Hutch, Matt Piowski. Work through it, work out the kinks here. Taking on Dominski. And remember, we had a rain out here last night. All 3 locations dealing with rain. Laconia also had to move their game. That was a Class C game here last night. It was supposed to be Maple Lake and Milroy. That game moved to Sunday night at 7 o'clock right here at Hawk Field. So this is our second contest here in the state tournament in Hamburg. Live on PrepSpotlight.tv and a 2-0 count to Piowski. Dominski working off the rust a little bit. He wanted that call right there. Didn't get it, so a 3-0 count. A matchup of veteran pitchers. We'll talk more about Hutch. Starter John DeRock here in a little bit. The 3-0 pitch right down the pipe. Piowski. 3-1 pitch. A little juice on that one. It's now full count. Piowski batted .361 on the season. And that one is fisted over the second baseman's head into right field. A leadoff single for Hutchinson. And that's the way you want to start it against an ace like Dominski. The Huskies now turn to Tyler Schiller, the left fielder, batting second in the lineup. Team batting average of .294 for the Huskies. And as we just saw with Piowski, a team known for battling out their at-bats, forcing the pitcher to make their pitches. And Tyler Schiller, .371 batting average, your leader in this lineup. Lefty on lefty here, takes strike 1. Also hit 2 bombs this season. Minsky with that deliberate pause on his way through his motion, trying to keep the runner in check at first base, and then high and tight and inside to Schiller. So 1-1 the count. A little high there, 2-1. He bends that one back over the inside corner, so count is even, 2-2. And as our scouting report given to us, you can see the Huskies want to work these at-bats. They're going to make Dominski work for it here. Swung on and missed, so Dominski battles back to strike out Schiller. And one down with one on for Jaden Fleck. Fleck along with Marcus Hahn, providing some pop in the lineup. Fleck fouls that one back. Fleck, .331 average. Also has 2 home runs this season. Swung on and fouled away again. 0-2 the count. Mike Cutter, manager for Hutchinson, figured they were going to face Dominski. They knew what they were up against. And stick to his game plan here. 0-2 the count on Fleck. A little sidearm delivery. Slide step action from Dominski. A little different look there for Fleck. But he misses high and outside. 1-2 the count. Fleck drives this one to the gap in left. It gets down. Scooting to third is Piowski. Fleck's going to hold at first. A one-out single. Runners now at the corners for the Huskies, who are in business against the Muskies ace.
Next up for the Huskies, first baseman, number 25, Jake Wendland.
Going to bring up Jake Wendland. So he's one of the toughest hitters in the lineup for the Huskies, battling some injuries this year. But here he is in a big spot right away in the top of the first inning. The Class C opener against a really good Sartell team, Dominski. The plate, check swing. And they're going to say ball one. Dominski working high and inside here, trying to get in on these left-handed batters. Gets that one across, 1-1 the count. Hutch making an 18th overall appearance in the state tournament. That dates all the way back to 1944. See a lot of tradition in these tournament brackets. As Dominski outside corner, 1-2 the count. Battling back here against the Huskies' number 4 hitter. Comes right back in. And Wendland fights it off. 1-2 the count. Hutch used to having a bye in this tournament. They were aiming for a 5th region championship in 6 years. Ended up with the 3 seed. And again, Wendland hangs. This time Dominski comes out inside on him a bit. Number 1 in their league this year, but the 3rd seed out of regions. Oh, Dominski wanted that one. See him barking pretty loudly here. But he misses. 2-2 the count. He stomps in the back of the mound. He's still talking to the umpire. His catcher, Cody Parch, doing a good job of shielding it and just talking to the umpire, asking him where it missed. So 2-2 the count. Dominski curves that one in, and it's low, full count. The pesky Huskies doing what they do best, working counts here. They've got the Muskies ace working hard early on in this contest. 3-2 pitch is outside, and it gets to the backstop. Yowski holds at third, however. But the walk does load the bases. So bases juice now for Marcus Hahn, the center fielder.
Next up for Hutchinson, the center fielder, number 16, Marcus Hahn.
So Hahn with a .299 average, 2 home runs on the year, 5 doubles. Bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the first inning. Dominski. First pitch, swung on and driven high towards second base. That's Andrew Peters underneath it. So a huge out for Dominski.
Next up for the Huskies, the catcher, number 7, Cody Arlt.
Cody Arlt comes to the dish. Cody with a .308 average. Does have 19 RBIs on the season. It's obviously a big spot for him as Dominski steps off. Now back in, so 2 outs now. Bases loaded. Dominski comes right after him, strike 1. And it's strike 2. I hear the grunt up here from Dominski. He's not wanting to waste any more pitches in this inning. Swung on and missed 3 pitches, and Dominski gets the strikeout to get out of the jam. Sartell contingent fired up down in front of us. The Hutchinson Huskies threatened but come up empty. We head to the bottom of the first, live on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
from our Platinum Plus sponsor, Lano Equipment and Kubota. Proud sponsors of this year's Minnesota State Amateur Baseball Tournament. 2021 marks Lano Equipment's 75th anniversary. You might be interested to know, Lano Equipment founder Hauser Lano also played and managed the Chaska Cubs in the 1940s and 50s. Lano Equipment and Kubota, your hometown team for quality tractors and power equipment, with locations in Shakopee, Loretto, and Chaska, offering sales, parts, service, and rental for tractors, skid steer loaders, lawn and garden equipment, and more. Join the home team. Visit the Lano Equipment store.
We head to the bottom of the first inning here between Hutchinson and Sartell. For Sartell, the Muskies. Going to be Andrew Dieters leading things off, then Ethan Carlson, then Tim Burns, Jace Otto, Cody Barch, Jake Sweeter, Brian Schellinger, Jack Greenland, and Adam Schellinger. That is your lineup, and they will face the veteran, the newcomer to the Huskies this year, John DeRock, but not a newcomer to amateur baseball, a longtime vet from Gibbon, Minnesota, played for the Gibbon Reds down there for a number of years.
Leading off for Sartell,
And has been stellar this year for the Huskies. 5 wins, 3 losses, 57 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts, and a 2.68 ERA for DeRock. And he gets the start here in Game 1 of the tournament for Hutchinson. And his first pitch in the tournament is a strike, 0-1. The count to Dieters. Dieters, Sartell High School graduate, great hockey player back in the day. In fact, he played college hockey at Concordia Moorhead. And by the way, the state tournament MVP in 2013, hitting over 500 in that Muskies title run in 2013. So great hockey player, turned, I don't know, I guess an amateur legend in the eyes of the Sartell Muskies. Is in the history books for sure as he fires that one to third. Really nice play made over there by Piowski. Stick with that, and was gloved it all the way, and throwing on the run to get Dieters.
Next up for Sartell, the center fielder, number 1, Ethan Carlson.
Well, the center fielder, Ethan Carlson, steps in. Ethan, .354 batting average. And Dieters, by the way, .414 batting average. So these guys used to getting on base on top of the lineup, but he chops that one to short on the second pitch he sees. So two quick outs for DeRock as Fleck handles it easily from his shortstop position.
Now batting for the Muskies, the first baseman, number 3, Tim Burns.
And Tim Burns now to the plate. Burns, veteran player on this squad, played college ball at UND. Burns, another 300 hitter, .324 on the season. Slaps that one toward third. Piowski goes back on it, uses his glove again. High throw gets away. And Burns will remain at first. So good glove work over there from Piowski. The throw a little high, though. And Wendland jumped but could not glove it at first. So E5 in the books.
Next up for Sartell, the left fielder, number 22, Jace Otto.
Sartell with its first base runner here as Jace Otto comes up. Jace, a .391 hitter on the year. He skies that one to the right side. Wendland gives it chase. Does not have a play. So it'll be an 0-1 count. Sartell, they did get their first round bye last year, and then snuck by Gaylord. Brody Rodning on the staff last year, AA baseball pitcher, but with minor leagues not playing last year, we had an influx of talent. Sartell snuck by into the third round as the Rockets now head 0-2. Then fell 1-0 in 12 innings to Bluffton. And now 34 wins this year for Sartell and no first round bye. Much anticipated matchup here against Hutch. That one splayed to the right side again. It does stay in play just off the fence. No chance out there for Billy Marquardt. So the count remains 0-2, 2 outs. Tim Burns on first base after the error. Again, Hutch threatened, bases loaded with just 1 out. But David Dubinsky battled his way out of it. That one hit towards short. The scoop to second, and the third out. So pitchers getting through the first inning unscathed. It's zeros after 1 inning of play here at Hawk Field in Hamburg.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Quick word from our Platinum Plus sponsor, Cambria, located here in Minnesota, family-owned, American-made Cambria. Leads the industry with cutting-edge innovation to craft beautiful quartz countertops and surfaces that last a lifetime. Cambria makes it easy to find the perfect design for your home or business.
Due up for Hutchinson in the second inning. Adam Katzenmeyer, then Billy Marquardt and Zach Kuzeski.
Leading off the second for Hutchinson, the designated hitter number 5, Adam Katzenmeyer.
Katzenmeyer batted .228 this year. Takes strike 1 from Dubinsky. Dubinsky, the former St. Cloud State pitcher. Takes a little off on that one. Katzenmeyer swings through it, 0-2 the count. Oh-2 pitch. Swung on, missed in the dirt. Throw will come down to first. It's on line. That is the third strikeout of the game for Dubinsky. Brings up Billy Marquardt.
The Huskies, the right fielder, number 17, Billy Marquardt.
Billy, .294 hitter. Dubinsky puts that one right down the pipe. 1-1 the count. 1 out here. Top of the second. Again, this is our second game here today. First game featured Spring Hill with a 4-3 11 inning victory over Delano. Congratulations to Spring Hill. They bring huge crowds. Bus them in. Bring them down here to the state tournament. So that was their third overall state tournament victory in club history for them. So 1-2 pitch from Dominski. A little bit low. Well, 2-2 the count. Swung on and missed. And Marquardt is put down. Back-to-back Ks to open things up here. Bring up the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Zach Kuzeski, the second baseman.
Zach Kuzeski.
This time, Dominski hits it. So he's been trying to find that spot there. Outside corner, 0-1. The count on Kuzeski. Way outside, 1-1 the count. One and two now. Dominski goes with the curveball. Two-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2-3. 3 Ks in the inning for Dominski. He is locked in. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Zeros on the scoreboard here at Hamburg.
No hits, no errors, nobody.
Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here. The kids are here. It's safe. It's a wonderful environment.
We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
And are excited to give back as a Platinum Plus sponsor of the Waconia Baseball Association and State Amateur Baseball Tournament. For more information on our products, local retail stores, and career opportunities, visit bongards.com.
Cody Parch leads things off for Sartell in the bottom of the second inning. Facing the 34-year-old veteran, John DeRock, in his first year with Hutch. Lived in the area for a number of years, but commuted down to Gibbon. Playing the Tomahawk League down there, long-time veteran. And it's strike one to Parch. Parch, another 300 hitter in this lineup, 308 to be exact. He's down 0-2 though after following that one back. Pitch is high, 1-2. That offering is low, so 2-2 the count. Pair of league champions matching up here today. Sartell, the Sauk Valley League top team. That chopper towards short. Fleck up with it. Throws on the run. And it's out number one. This very easily could have been a matchup in the third round. If you think about these two teams, have experienced byes in the past. Again, both league champions, but not able to secure a bye out of region play. So here we are playing highly touted matchup in the first round, Class C tournament. Jake Sweeter, the designated hitter, stepping in for Sartell. First pitch was a ball. Sweeter, 236 batter. He's ahead 2-0, however. Durock works fast, throws strikes. And he's low here, so a 3-0 count. Also notice we have our color-on-color matchup. Hutch in the orange. Sartell with their blue tops. The teal numbers, piping. And Sweeter draws a walk. Second base runner of the day for Sartell.
Next up for Sartell, the shortstop, number 5, Brian Schellinger.
And Brian Schellinger comes to the dish. Brian, a 361 hitter. 97 at bats. Another impressive hitter in this lineup for Sartell. The Rock goes right back to throwing strikes, 0-1 the count. Sartell, 2 base runners. They don't have a hit yet. Error in the first inning. Now a walk. That one's hit toward third. Another good glove play. The out at second, but the relay, Schellinger beats it out. So 1 out on the play, 2 outs overall in the inning. Fielder's choice for Schellinger.
Next up is the third baseman.
As Sweeter gets cut down at second base. Piowski's been pretty busy over there at his third base station for Hutchinson. Showing a good glove over there as well. Makes the sound throw over to second. Get the out. So 2 outs now in the inning. And Jack Greenland, third baseman for Sartell, stepping in. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Greenland, 289 hitter. Going a bit inside. 1-1 the count. Pitch is high, 2-1 the count. And Durock trying to find it a couple different times here in this inning. Saw it in the walk to Sweeter. Just couldn't lock in, find the strike zone. Now a 2-1 count here. Inside corner, 2-1, or 2-2 the count. Good pitch there from Durock. Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Greenland hangs, fouls that one back. Count remains 2-2. Not much wind to speak of right now, and it's warmed up a little bit here as well in Hamburg. Mentioned we had the storms blow through last night. Washing out action here. And the wind was a factor in that first game between Spring Hill and Delano. Durock takes a little off on that one. Greenland tried to time it, fouls it back, remains 2-2. In fact, the wind was blowing in from right field. I wouldn't call it a strong wind, but a breeze, no doubt. And Toby Hansen of Delano, the big slugger, hammered a ball toward the right field 325 marker down there. With the game on the line, he couldn't get it out of the park. Swung on and missed. So Duroc takes care of Greenland, and he is through 2 innings of no-hit ball against this tough Sartell lineup. 0 is on the board as we head to the 3rd.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Quickly moving to the 3rd inning here between the Huskies and the Muskies. Hutchinson coming to the dish. They've got 2 hits here against the always tough David Dominski, but Dominski already has 5 strikeouts in this game. His first time through the lineup, as the lineup now turns over to Matt Piowski. And Matt singled. Start things off here. And part of the lineup. Well, they're gonna make Dominski work for it. That's the reputation Hutch has. And that played out in that first inning. And Dominski maybe onto these guys, finds the strike zone right away, and then puts a little more on that one, a little high. 1-1 the count on Piowski. Inside corner. It's open for business right now. 1-2 the count. And swinging and missing. Strike 3 is Piowski. So another K, and that is the 5th straight strikeout now for Dominski.
The Huskies, the left fielder, number 21, Tyler Schiller.
And Tyler Schiller comes up now. Tyler struck out in the first inning. Again, their top hitter average-wise. But obviously a tough matchup for Tyler, lefty on lefty here. And he's quickly down 0-1. Trying to get him to chase to the outside. Ball 1. Nice pitch. Dominski bends that one to the outside corner. Gets the called strike, so 1-2 the count. And working from ahead, he has for 5 straight batters. Goes right back to it this time with the fastball. A little bit outside though, 2-2. Now the count to Schiller. Swung on and missed, another strikeout. Make that 6 in a row for Dominski.
Next up for Hutch, the shortstop, number 2, Jaden Fleck.
Jaden Fleck coming up now. He singled in the first inning as well. Remember, they had bases loaded with just 1 out in the first inning. Now Dominski going right after these guys now. He's not wasting any time. Let's see if Fleck is onto him. He is. He swings down to third, making the play. A strong throw. It's high, but a nice adjustment at first base. So the play made by Schellinger at third, and then the high throw handled with ease by Tim Burns at first base. So nice defensive play. Sartell gets out of another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of 3. Still scoreless here at Hawk Field.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
We've got them. Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, potato wedges as well. Fill up your tank, fill up your tummy. Quick Trip. We got you covered.
We head to the bottom of the third. Adam Schellinger coming to the dish.
Leading off the third inning for Sartell, the right fielder, number 17, Adam Schellinger.
Schellinger, number 9 hitter in the lineup, swinging the first pitch he sees, flying out to right field. Hahn is out there to haul it in. It's actually Billy Marcourt out there. Hahn converging from center field, but Marcourt making the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Second baseman, number 9, Andrew Peters.
That'll turn up the lineup as Andrew Dieters comes to the dish. In the 2013 MVP, having another great season. He did ground out his first time up to lead things off for this Sartell lineup. And it's a 1-0 count right now. And to make that 2-0. Now that we're at least one turn through the lineup, we can say this is shaping up to be a pitcher's duel. Dominski completely locked in for Sartell. And Durock has been stellar. He has yet to surrender a hit to this Sartell lineup. He is, however, in a 3-0 hole against a really good hitter here. Comes back, hits the corner, 3-1. Dieters swung on, driven to second. Up with it, throw to first. Kozeski makes the play, and we've got 2 outs.
Next up,
Durock, a ground ball pitcher.
number 1.
And now Ethan Carlson. And Carlson, speaking of ground balls, grounded out to shortstop his first time out. So 1-1 the count now on Carlson. The sun out and hopefully out to stay. A little overcast for most of the game in our first game here today, as that one is popped up near Fleck at short. He goes into short left field to make the catch. Durock cruises. His first time through the order, and through 3 innings, he has yet to surrender a hit. The Huskies 0, the Muskies 0. We head to 4 at Hawk Field.
The Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here, the kids are here, it's safe, it's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
Jake Wendland will lead us off here for Hutchinson in the top of the fourth inning. Hutch has 2 hits in this game. Sartell has 0 hits in this game, but David Dominski's locked in, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 7 strikeouts. Went on a stretch of 6 straight through this lineup. Hutch knew what they were getting into, having to face the ace lefty for the Muskies. And they are seeing it on full display as he starts it out 0-1 on Wendland. Wendland drew a walk back in the first inning. Make it strike 2. So the strike zone opening up a bit here. It was a little tight in that first. In fact, Dominski, a little demonstrative in wanting some of those calls. And now he's getting them. That one nubbed toward the left side, the right side rather, and handled by Dominski.
That brings up the center fielder, number 16, Marcus Hahn.
So Marcus Hahn steps up. Marcus came up with bases loaded and just 1 out in the first inning, flew out to second base. And Hahn, .299 hitter, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, providing a little pop in this lineup. And look at that shot. He fires that one off the tin roof. The building to the left, off the left field side to this park. Soon by the end of this weekend, we'll know the names of all these buildings and probably most of the people that live here in the vicinity of the ballpark. Camped out here for 8 games scheduled for this park. And they're going to be packed in 4 today, 4 tomorrow. So Hahn down in the count now, 1-2. One-two pitch right in there for strike 3. Hahn tried to sell it like he was expecting a ball, but I think he knew his fate as soon as that one hit the catcher's mitt. Cody Arlt steps in. Arlt struck out in the first inning. Now 2 quick outs again for Dominski. As mentioned, a full-blown pitcher's duel developing before our very eyes. We could have expected that when you look at the 2 starting pitchers in this game. But after the Huskies loaded the bases early, you were thinking maybe they're going to be able to punch some dents into Dominski. Not so much. He battled back, got out of it. And as we speak, he is in full control. So 1-1 count as he spoiled that one into the dirt. Swung on, driven to short. Schellinger up with it, and the throw in time. So another 1-2-3 inning for Dominski. Head to the bottom of 4, still zeros on the board.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Tim Burns leading the off for the Muskies in the bottom of the fourth inning. Sartell still looking for its first hit. Burns did reach base in the first inning, reached on an error. And Burns, another veteran bat in this lineup for Sartell. John DeRock, 34-year-old veteran, getting it done so far here for Hutchinson. At 2-1 the count. I've seen some deeper counts from time to time. So DeRock obviously comfortable working through these at-bats. Outside, 3-1 the count. Now to Burns. Two batters have been on, the error and then a walk in the second inning. You know, DeRock maybe wondering where that one missed, but ball 4 was high.
Next up for Sartell.
So Burns is on.
Number 22, Jace Otto.
And Jace Otto will come to the plate. Yeah, this obviously a long way to go. We'll see how it plays out here. In the last game we saw draftees getting involved. Saw a lot of substitutions. A game that went 11 innings. This one expected to be a tight contest as well. So far, it has delivered. As DeRock drops that one in there, 1-1 the count. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom 4. Sartell now with 3 total base runners here in the game, but no hits. Inside corner. It's been there. And DeRock hits it again, 1-2 the count. Goes back to the outside, that slap towards second. Siski makes the play, unassisted double play. And just like that, 2 outs.
Now batting for Sartell, the catcher, number 10, Cody Parch.
A nice play there. That'll bring up Cody Parch, who grounded out in the second inning. We saw a ton of great defense in that first game. As Parch gives Sartell its first hit. First pitch he sees in his second at-bat against DeRock. Fires it into left field. And Parch is on, and Sartell has another base runner.
Number 40, Jake Sweeter.
Jake Sweeter, the DH, will step in. Jake walked. Was forced out later in the second inning. Yeah, there were 2 crucial errors in that first game, but other than that, you couldn't have a better defensive display, especially in the outfield. Guys diving all over the place. I mentioned that hit to right field that looked like a home run off the bat. Stayed in the park, but it was still a tough play. Made by Reagan Nelson, the right fielder of Spring Hill. Back-to-back hits now. Sweeter drills that one right up the middle. And Sartell trying to create a 2-out rally here. The bottom of the order, Brian Schellinger comes up.
Number 5, Brian Schellinger.
So Schellinger, shortstop on this club. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. An opportunity to keep this rally moving. First pitch swinging to short. Fleck handles it, flicks to Kazuski. And that's the 3rd out. DeRock gets out of it after surrendering the 2 hits. It's 0-0 after 4.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
No injury is too small. Walk into any of TCO's 9 orthopedic urgent care locations, open 8 to 8, 7 days a week, including in Waconia. Visit tcomn.com to learn more.
We swiftly move to the 5th inning here at Hawkfield in Hamburg. Hutchinson back up, trying to solve David Dominski.
Leading off the 5th inning for the Huskies.
Dominski staying loose out there.
Adam Katzenmeyer.
8 strikeouts for Dominski right now. He faces Adam Katzenmeyer, who struck out in the 2nd inning. Each team now with 2 hits as Sartell pieced together a small 2-out rally. Came up empty against John DeRock in the end at the bottom of the 4th. So the 2 aces continue to duel all the way into the 5th inning here. Putting up a lot of zeros on the board. So 2-1 the count. A rare time the last 3 innings that we've seen Dominski fall behind in the count. Comes away inside, and it's now 3-1. Nick's the outside corner to put the count full, 3-2 now. On Katzenmeyer. Minsky comes right back in. It's fisted off to the right side, but handled easily over there by Tim Burns.
That brings up the right fielder.
1 down for the Huskies, and Billy Marquardt comes up. So this part of the order, Katzenmeyer, Marquardt, and Kuzeski all went down swinging. Part of that, Dominski striking out the side in the 2nd inning. Really, when Dominski got locked in was against this part of the order. And with this inning, falling behind in the count to the first 2 batters anyway. Comes right back. It's a swinging strike, 1-1. Swung on and drilled towards second, but tracking it nicely is Dieters. So Dieters snags that line drive, and there's 2 outs.
For Hutchinson, the second baseman, number 11, Zach Kuzeski.
Zach Kuzeski, second baseman for Hutch, comes up now with 2 outs. So Hutch's last hit came in the 1st inning. Again, Dominski falls behind, 1-0 the count. And spoiled at the dish, 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Dominski. Back to that inside corner. Kozeski does not like it. But Dominski gets the call, and he wants to get right back in and throw the next one. 1-2 now. I'm the number 9 hitter in Hutch's lineup. Kozeski taking his time to gather himself. Dominski, a little extra heat on that one, but low and outside. 2-2 now. With 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. Each team with 2 hits. Swung on and missed. Dominski ends the inning with a strikeout. Kozeski down for the second time on K's.
No runs, no hits. There were no Sartell.
And we head to the bottom of the 5th, 0-0 in our pitcher's duel against Hutch and Sartell.
The Town Ball Tour. Head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here, the kids are here, it's safe, it's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Sartell. The third baseman, number 33, Jack Greenland.
Jack Greenland stepping in for the Muskies. Able to get 2 hits off of John DeRock last inning. DeRock been solid through 3, not surrendering a hit. Through 4, rather. DeRock 1-0 the count on Greenland. Class C tournament. This is a first-round matchup. Winner gets Wanamengo next week, as that is swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Greenland struck out back in the 2nd inning. It's a Class C bracket. We will have a new champion this year in Class C. Defending champs Fairmont. The Martins not eligible for postseason play this year. So a new champion will be crowned. As Greenland digs in, 2-1. Count on him. Another low pitch. 3-1 now. Gets Greenland to swing at that one. Count is full. And a swinging strike 3. So from a 3-1 count, DeRock battles back to get the K. Got to bring up Adam Schellinger.
The right fielder, number 17, Adam Schellinger.
Schellinger flew out to right his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Strike 1 pitch from DeRock. Drilled to 3rd. Great glove work again. And the throw is high, though. So it's the second time the throw comes in from 3rd. Piowski, again, who has shown a great glove over there, but that'll be the 2nd error on him in this contest. Schellinger standing on first with one out.
Next up for Sartell, the second baseman, number 9, Andrew Peters.
Andrew Dieters stepping in. And Dieters 0 for 2. 2 ground outs here today. We'll try to move the runner up by slapping a bunt toward Piowski to third, and they called him out. So an interference call apparently. Or do they say he stepped on the plate?
Next up is the center fielder, number 1, Ethan
Called
Carlson.
Dieters out. Call it, put that in the book as an interference play, I guess. So that brings up Ethan Carlson. First pitch he sees swung on and driven toward left field. Calling off and making the catch is Schiller. The Rock survives the error, and we are through 5, still 0-0 between the Muskies and the Huskies.
There was one Hutchinson error.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Laconia Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram offers one of the best selections of new and used cars for sale in and around Carver County. Our Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram dealer provides customers with the type of experience they want. One that's simple, fast, and easy. We offer a streamlined car buying experience, complete with affordable and competitive pricing on Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, and Jeep leases. We strive to be your premier Jeep dealer and Dodge dealer in all of Minnesota. Interested in Ram trucks? Check out our extensive Ram truck inventory for sale. We are glad to be a diamond sponsor for WCH 2021. Good luck to all of the teams. Top of the 6th inning, leading off for Hutchinson is the third baseman, number 4, Matt Piowski.
Our pitchers duel rolls into the 6th inning here at Hawkfield in Hamburg. First round matchup, Class C tournament, as advertised between the Muskies of Sartell and the Huskies of Hutchinson, 2 league champs. Did not earn the first round bye out of their regions, and here we are, mixed up in what is shaping up to be one of the top games probably, you know, when you look at the pitching matchup we have here. So each team with 2 hits. And you got David Demensky on the mound. He's got 9 strikeouts through 5 innings. And he's facing the leadoff man, Matt Piowski. A 1-1 count. Trying for that inside corner. The call has been there, but perhaps a bit low. 2-1 the count. And bends that one in there. Ground ball to third. Have to make a good throw here, and he does. Great play by Greenland. Put a little extra on that throw to first.
Next up for Hutchinson, the left fielder, number 21, Tyler Schiller.
Tyler Schiller, who has struck out twice in this game, now comes to the plate. Mentioned the great defense in our first game, the outfielders. It's the infielders staying active in this one. With these two pitchers on the mound, 0-1 the count on Schiller. Next pitch from Dominski, swung on and driven back into the netting. 0-2. After that first inning where the Huskies left the bases loaded, Dominski has been locked in. Now an 0-2 pitch. Goes a little sidearm action again. We saw him do that earlier. And Schiller able to hang. 0-2 remains the count. Schiller stays alive. And he follows that one out of play. Dominski coming at Schiller again. High, 1-2. Mentioned Sartell, 34 wins this year. Just a stellar season for them. Just 2 losses. Strike 3 called on Schiller. The delay call. Schiller doesn't like it, but 2 outs for Hutch now in the 6th inning. And that brings up Jaden Fleck.
The shortstop, number 2, Jaden Fleck.
Jaden has one of the 2 hits on the day for Hutch. And coming back, a single back in the first inning. Tried to check it there, did not. So 0-1 the count. Dominski rearing back for a little extra on that one. Misses low, 1-1. Sidearm action here, and it's in there, 1-2. Does a little slide and then sidearms it in there. Again, just to give the hitter a little different look. He's ahead in the count here, 1-2. Goes back to it again. Fleck checks his swing, but fouls it off. Count remains 1-2. 2 outs, top 6. Each team with 2 hits apiece. Fleck trying to hang tough here against the ace lefty from Sartell. And swung on and into shallow center field. Second baseman Andrew Dieters ranges out, gets underneath it for the 3rd out. Dominski continues to cruise, and we head to the bottom of the 6th here at Hawk Field, live on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
At Advanced Electrical Services, MN.com. Off the bottom of the 6th for Sartell, the first baseman, number 3, Tim Burns.
Tim Burns up for the 3rd time in this game. He reached on an error, then walked. So Tim has been on twice here against John DeRock. He surrendered just 2 hits. Held Sartell scoreless for the first 3 innings as Burns jumps on the first pitch he sees and bounces it off the wall in left center. That'll be a double for Burns. Now the Sartell faithful fired up. Burns wasted no time jumping all over that one.
Burns leads off the 6th with a double. Brings up the left fielder, number 22.
So Jace Otto steps in.
Otto.
Otto ground out, hit into a double play his last time up. The wind kicking up a little bit here. They're going to look to move the runner. Great bunt down the third baseline. DeRock tried to get out there, so we had a coverage issue. As Fleck went to second, and Piowski stayed on third, and DeRock went out to try to make the play, but he couldn't make the play. Dove down. They're going to check things out on the mound now. Manager Mike Cutter comes out and talk things over with nobody out and runners at the corners.
Last chance for Wyndham. They trail Sobieski 1-0.
And that's a
Correction. They trail
single, bunt single for Jace Otto. Brings up Cody Parch. The umpires come to break up the conference on the mound. Parch singled his last time up. So back-to-back hits to open things up for Sartell. Really just a beautifully laid bunt. DeRock would have gotten to that ball. That would have been a tough play. Piowski maybe could have charged it, made the play at third. But nonetheless, nobody out and runners at the corners. Otto steps in. It's ball 1. Two 2-0 the count. Rock comes back in as that one is driven to left. Back in tracking is Schiller. Camps under it, makes the play. Scoring easily is Burns. And Sartell breaks through for the first run of our game here. The Muskies with a 1-0 lead on the sac fly from from Parch.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 40, Jake Sweeter.
Jake Sweeter. The designated hitter comes up. Jake had a single his last time up. The final from other Class C bracket, one of our other games. Sobieski taking out Wyndham. 2-0 in that contest. Sobieski back in the C bracket this year. A very dangerous team. Making noise right off the jump here in the first round. So 1-1 the count to Sweeter. 1 out, runner at first, 1 run already in the inning. Well, DeRock, a little movement on that one, but comes across high, so 2-1 the count. Outside corner. DeRock finds it, 2-2 now. Big pitch for John. Remember Hutch, no stranger to pitching success in the state tournament. 2018, Matt Tim, the tournament's first perfect game in the round of the 16. As that one's in the dirt. Arlt does a nice job getting in front of that one, but the count is full now to Sweeter. Inside pitch, ball 4. So the DH Sweeter on base all 3 times, 2 walks and the single. Sartell looking to expand on this 6th-inning rally here. They lead it 1-0. Ryan Schillinger coming up to the dish. 0 for 2, fielder's choice, and a ground out. DeRock high and inside, 1-0. Blown outside, 2-0 now. Mike Cutter on the top step of the dugout there for Hutchinson. And they have an arm warming up in the bullpen. How long does he stick with the veteran? 2-0 pitch is in there, 2-1 now. 1 out, 2 on. No, DeRock bends that one in there. It's battled back to even the count at 2-2. Schillinger to right. It lands. And they're going to hold the runner at third. So bases loaded. Class B final is given to us. Chanhassen, 8-1 victory over Moorhead. We have a pitching change here after the single. DeRock will exit. And we're going to have John Early, the draftee from Buffalo, in. We're going to take a break, come back. The pitching change, bases loaded for Sartell. 1 run already in on the inning. Trying to add to that, give a little more breathing room to their ace, David Demensky. We'll be back to Hawk Field right after this.
The Town Ball Tour, head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here, the kids are here, it's safe, it's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour. So pitching change for Hutchinson. Book on John DeRock
6 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 Ks, 3 walks. And he leaves with the bases loaded. Sartell, bases juiced, just 1 out. And again, John Early, a draftee from Buffalo, from that great Buffalo squad this year that did make the tournament. Into pitch. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. As Jack Greenland steps in, third baseman for Sartell. Jack struck out twice against a rock. So Hutch trying to keep this rally in check here. 1 run already in for the Huskies. Outside, 1-1. It's amazing how many Buffalo players were drafted. Well, maybe not amazing, but impressive roster they obviously have. Saw a couple draftees last night as we waited out the storm and never got that game in. They are peppered on rosters out of that league for the teams that came out of that league. 15 wins for Buffalo in league play, but did not make it through regions. And Early comes in throwing strikes. 1-2 the count to Greenland. It's a take, 2-2. Swung on and missed. A huge strikeout for Early.
Next up for Sartell.
And then I'll leave it to the number 9 hitter.
17, Adam Schellinger.
Schellinger comes in. Adam Schellinger. And then Adam 0 for 2. Flew out, reached on an error. Went back to that outside corner on the first pitch. 0-1 the count. The draftee Early coming in, throwing strikes. Swung on, spoiled to the right side, 0-2. Early up on the count again. Saw the draftees in our first game play such a huge role as well. A little high, 1-2. Outside, 2-2 the count. Schellinger has worked his way back into it. Two-two pitch, swung on. It's going to be a tough play. Who's going to make it? Oh, it's foul. So it twisted around and then back out of play. And able to get his glove on it was Wendland, but could not make the basket catch. So new life for Schellinger here. The right fielder, second baseman, first baseman, all in the vicinity. But just a tough read. Wendland got his glove on it in the last second, but couldn't haul it in. So 2-2 the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Release pitch, chopped towards short. Fleck gets there, gloves at the throw, not in time. And Sartell takes a 2-0 lead. Wow. Give a guy a new life. He cashes in. An RBI, infield RBI single. Top of the lineup now, Andrew Dieters. And strike one from Early. So Dieters called out on that outside the batter's box rule. And he tried to bunt last time, so he's 0-3, or 0 for 3 on the day. And he's down 0-2 in the count. Swung on and fouled back. Here's the 2013 tournament MVP. And Hurley steps off to throw to first. There's nobody over there. Lucky he didn't throw the ball. Kind of got a grin out there on his face, but able to hold off on that one. So here is the pitch, and it's foul tipped. Arlt just couldn't hold on to it. And the count remains 0-2. Again, 2 outs. Bases still loaded for the Muskies. They've got 2 in the inning. And that one slapped to the left side. It's going to drop. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. A double for Dieters. And the Muskies are breaking things open here in the 6th, now with a 4-0 lead. 2 RBI double for Dieters.
Next up for Sartell, the center fielder, number 1, Ethan Carlson.
Now the 9th hitter in this inning for Sartell as Ethan Carlson steps in. You know, these aren't necessarily hard hit balls. Dieters just hung in there. He was down in that count. Fouled a couple pitches off and slapped it down the left field line. That one's drilled to second. Suski's there. Throws to first for the out. So 9 batters come up to the dish for Sartell in the 6th inning. They plate 4, and they take a lead here over Hutchinson. And breaking open our pitchers' duels, we head to the 7th inning here, live on PrepSpotlight.tv, the state amateur baseball tournament.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Leading off the 7th inning for Hutchinson, the first baseman, number 25.
Our 5-inning pitchers duel is ancient history as Sartell breaks it open with 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, giving their staff ace David Dominski a little breathing room here. We'll see if Hutch can respond and rally as Jake Wendland, the first baseman, will lead things off. Jake with a walk and a ground out in this game. And a check swing here. Called strike, 0-1. So now it's Hutch sitting on 2 hits. And uphill battle against Dominski, who's quickly ahead 0-2 on Wendland. Wendland barely misses there, 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt, so the throw will have to come down. It's on line, and that's strikeout number 11 for Dominski. As he continues to cruise, Marcus Hahn comes up now.
For Hutchinson, the center fielder, number
Marcus
16, Marcus
0 for 2. He flew out in the first inning, struck out in the 4th. Dominski hits the outside corner, 0-1 the count. One and one. Two-one pitch to Hahn. Swings and drives it into left. First hit since the first inning for Hutchinson. As Hahn just gulfs that one into left field. So the one-out single for Hahn. We'll see if that get Hutch any kind of rallying here against Dominski. Cody Arlt steps in now. He struck out in the first, grounded out in the fourth. First pitch from Dominski, high and outside. 1-0 the count. For a recap, in the first inning, Hutch left the bases loaded and one out with the bases loaded. And that's the last time prior to Hahn's single that they had a hit. And then it was just a downright pitcher's duel between Dominski and DeRock. Till the bottom of the sixth, 4 runs, 5 hits to chase DeRock and break things open for Sartell. And see in the first game as well, players working on that mound out there. Now Dominski really going to town on it, trying to make sure he has firm footing. Dominski bends that one in there. Arlt does not like the call there. Dominski ahead 1-2 now. Fastball down the middle, fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Runner on first is Hahn. 1 out in the inning. There's that sidearm piece, past Arlt, swinging miss, and the second strikeout in the inning for Dominski, strikeout number 12 in the game, and out number 2 for Hutch. Brings up Adam Katzenmeyer.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 5, Adam Katzenmeyer.
Katzenmeyer, the DH in this lineup. Struck out and flew out his first 2 times up. Down 0-1 to Dominski here. There is action, by the way, in the Muskies bullpen. They only have 1 draftee here today. Brian McCallum from Rogers listed on the lineup card. You'll know if he gets in the game, the Rogers Red Devils with those red jerseys. One of the beautiful things about this Class C bracket when you have the draftees. 0-2 pitch. Katzenmeyer hangs. When you have these draftees, and they've got to come in wearing the different uniform. Still representing their towns. Oh, 2. Minsky, high and outside, 1-2. Comes back in on Katzenmeyer, who hangs in there again. Going fisted to the right side. Katzenmeyer trying to find a spot over there, but well foul. Nice job hanging here, though. And the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Hutch. Sidearm from Dominski outside. 2-2 the count. No one fisted up center. Dieters with his foot on the base. He almost had to wait for the ball. He got the second first. Drug his foot with the force. Out number 3. Dominski is through 7. The Muskies with a 4-0 lead.
Celebrate the end of the 2021 Town Ball season. Join your teammates, rivals, and ball fans from around the state at the Twins game on September 11th. Special ticket pricing for Town Ball players and fans. Salutes to the newly crowned champs and a very fun night at the ballpark. Order your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/townball and wear your town's team colors to Target Field on September 11th.
Tim Burns stepping in for Sartell, bottom 7. John Early, the draftee from Buffalo, still on the mound. For Hutch, he took over for the starter John DeRock the last inning after Tim Burns and company were finally able to chase DeRock, who had been stellar up until that point. And it was Burns that started the rally with a double. And later scored the first run for Sartell. Early has him in an 0-2 hole, misses there. 1-2 the count now. Swing and a miss, but it gets past Arlt. That's going to be a tough play. Burns hustles down to first, and he's safe. So the strikeout from Early, but able to reach is Burns. And if you're Hutch, you want to try to minimize those situations as much as possible, down 4-0.
That brings up the left fielder, number 22, Jace Otto.
And Jace Otto, he was singled last inning and scored. Now steps in for the Muskies, and they want to bunt here. That one gets past Arlt, so don't have to worry about the bunt. Early is going to hustle over to third to cover. And Burns easily trots down to second base. So, again, Hutch is trying to hold on here. And you look up and say, well, it's only 4 runs, but against a pitcher like Dominski, can feel like 20 runs overcome against a pitcher like that. Really asking about the call, want to know the count. Excuse me, 2-0 the count. And that one fisted into center. Hahn can't get there. Burns had to read it, though, and hold just in case. So he makes it to third. We'll stop there. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
Catcher, number 10, Cody Parch.
Back-to-back singles for Jace Otto in the last 2 innings. Cody Parch up now. Sac fly RBI last time up for Cody. And 2-0 the count to Parch. Inside pitch, catches the corner, 2-1. A great crowd on hand here for this contest. Spring Hill in the first game brought a ton of fans. 2-1 pitch, driven to the right side. Wendland's going to try to make a play on it. Couldn't quite get there in time. So a long foul ball, 2-2. And the stands mostly full again for this one. We've got 2 games upcoming, Midway and Watertown after us here. And the nightcap will feature the Carver Black Sox and the Bird Island Bullfrogs. Tomorrow return for mostly Class B action. Rolled over the Class B bracket as that one is skied towards center. That's going to be a tough play. Hahn able to run it down, but it's going to be a sacrifice fly again for Parch. Now Cody doing his job. As he drives in Burns once again on the sac fly, and it's a 5-0 advantage for the Muskies. 1 out, runner on first base for the designated hitter, Jake Sweeter. Sweeter, first pitch, drives it to left. Schiller is there. Easy out, 2 outs now.
Now batting for Sartell, shortstop number 5, Brian Schellinger.
Ryan Schellinger steps to the dish now. Singled and scored his last time up. The runner goes. A hit and run on. The throw goes into the runner. Hopefully everybody is all right as Fleck runs over and grabs that ball, but Otto, in the midst of his slide, took the ball from the catcher, Arlt. Another runner in scoring position for Sartell. Again, 2 outs, 0-1 the count. Challenger missed on the hit and run. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-2 now. Really tries to get him to chase. Challenger doesn't take the bait, 1-2 the count. That time can't check his swing, it's in the dirt. Art will throw to first for the 3rd out. Muskies add another, and after 7, lead it 5-0.
Summary for Sartell in the bottom of the 7th. They scored 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Hutchinson errors. There was 1 man left on base. After 7 complete, Sartell 5, Hutchinson 0.
Folks, the state amateur tournaments are now in full swing. The Class B and C tourneys will be played out over the next 3 weeks in Waconia, Chaska, and Hamburg. Get out and support your local community. Or if you just love the game of baseball and want to watch win or go home games at fantastic venues, there's nothing like tournament time. If you can't make it to the games, prepspotlight.tv/townball has packages that will make watching all the venues very affordable. Enjoy the tournament at the park or right here on prepspotlight.tv.
Energy, broadband communications, and gas. Irby is committed to supporting the communities served by our utility customers and is proud to support WCH 2021.
Attention baseball fans, if you've recently used the mini biffs, your phone may be at the ticket booth. So if you're missing your phone, go to the ticket booth.
We move to the 8th inning at Hawk Field in Hamburg.
The right fielder, number 17,
Time
Billy Marquardt.
for the outs running out on the Huskies here. The Muskies able to add another one in the 7th. Now lead it 5-0. David Dominski back out for an 8th inning of work. No surprise there. We did mention last inning Sartell does have arms up in the bullpen. So we'll see how they decide to play it. Dominski, he throws it in there to Billy Marquardt. Strike 1. Billy 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Just 3 hits for Hutch. 2 of those came in the 1st inning. 12 strikeouts so far for Dominski. He's catching the corners now. 0-2 the count. Pitch is high, 1-2. Marquardt, number 8 in the lineup for Hutch. It'll be him and Zach Kuzeski. Then back to the top of the lineup as Marquardt swings through that pitch. Strikeout number 13 for Dominski.
That brings up the second baseman, number 11, Zach Kuzeski.
Zach Kuzeski has struck out twice against Dominski. Comes up swinging here, foul to the right side, 0-1. Our next game, you can see the players start to show up for our next contest. Looks like some of the fans trickling in as well. Tradition-rich Midway will take on Watertown. That one's knocked to the right side as well, and just gets, actually goes into the bullpen over there. Nice catch by whoever is warming up over there. Good heads-up play, 0-2 the count. Kozeski hangs. Count remains 0-2. 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Dominski trying to get him to chase. Good plate discipline from Zach. He's now worked the count to 1-2. Still in favor of the Muskies ace left-hander, who's been in control for much of this game. Well, that one up the middle and knocked down, but not able to snag it. I was thinking that'll probably be a hit. And Brian Schellinger with a nice play.
Next up for Hutchinson.
But could not glove it, so it is indeed a single. A welcome sight for Hutch here against Dominski. That was a hard hit ball from Kozeski. They'll take that single as the lineup now rolls over. Matt Piowski. He singled back in the first inning, takes a strike here. That one hit to short. Schellinger up with it. Scoop to second for the out to Dieters. No relay, so 2 outs. Kozeski forced out at second.
Next up, the left fielder, number 21, Tyler Schiller.
And Tyler Schiller will come up. Schiller yet to solve Dominski here today. For 3 with 3 strikeouts. I mentioned Schiller, best hitter average-wise in this lineup, but a tough matchup for him as he takes strike 1 from Dominski. Check swing, they're going to check it. Say he held, 1-1 the count. That one right over the plate, 1-2. Dominski not wasting any time here when facing Schiller here today. He's going right after him. Pitch just to the outside, 2-2. 2 outs, 1 on. Right now, Hutchinson down to its final 4 outs. Try to keep the season alive. That one ripped into right field, so Schiller finally solves Dominski. The throw actually comes to first and it's high. Got out there so quick. Thought maybe they'd have a play.
Next up for the Huskies, shortstop number 2, Jaden Fleck.
So now the number 3 hitter, Jaden Fleck, comes in. Comes up. And Fleck with a single back in the first inning. So maybe Hutch gets something rolling here. Against Dominski with a 2-out rally. First and second. Pitch is high, 1-0. Fleck rips it down the left side, but foul. Evens things up 1-1. Quick meeting at the mound. Kaminsky and Parch. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Hutch trying to rally here. Runners at first and second. Fleck at the dish. Fleck, big cut there, but he misses. 1-2. Fleck able to hang. One-two pitch from Dubinsky inside, 2-2. Dubinsky has really slowed things down out there. Being very deliberate with his approach to each pitch here. No, that time misses badly, so the count is full. Randy Beckstrom, how he's going to play this. Obviously, Dubinsky's been tremendous. But it is getting late in the ball game. The Huskies do have 2 runners on here. And Fleck to third. Throw to first. Scooped out of the dirt, and he's out. So the nice play over there from Greenland. He's shown off that arm a couple times here in this game, just getting Fleck at first. But Dubinsky gets out of it. And after 7.5, the Muskies still in control with a 5-0 lead over the Huskies.
Town ball tour, head to the small towns and tell people what it's all about.
A lot of excitement. Weather is fantastic.
This place has been here since the early 80s.
This is a baseball town.
The town is here, the kids are here, it's safe, it's a wonderful environment. We certainly met some wonderful characters.
Thanks for joining us for another season of Fox 9's Town Ball Tour.
Bottom 8, we have some changes to the lineup. Stepping in for Sartell is John Schumer. And he is going to bat in the place of third baseman Jack Greenland. Now Jack will re-enter on defense on the next top half of the inning, top of the ninth. And we have a new pitcher, by the way. That is another draftee from Buffalo, Ethan Hansen. Our second Buffalo pitcher in the game for Hutchinson here today. Hansen rears back and fires, but misses. 2-0 the count. John Schumer. Swung on. Driven into the dirt. 2-1 the count. Grounder to short, Fleck, nice glove, comes up throwing on the run, and he gets Schumer.
Next up for the Muskies, a pinch hitter, number 7, Riley Arndt.
Riley Arndt pinch hitting now for Sartell, and he is hitting in place of Adam Schellinger, who will come back and play right field. Adam will. Ethan Hansen hits the inside corner, 0-1. Again, we mentioned it, but Ethan, one of many draftees here in this tournament from Buffalo. That one lifted to left. Schiller under it easily. 2 quick outs for Hansen. Now we go to the top of the lineup. Andrew Dieters.
Number 9, Andrew Dieters.
Dieters doubled his last time up in the 6th inning. Takes a strike from Hansen. Hansen going to that outside corner, misses. 2-1 the count now on Dieters. Dieters way out ahead of that one. Fouls it off. 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th inning, 5-0 Sartell. 4 runs in the 6th inning. The story of the offense pretty much in this contest. It's going to be a tough play for Fleck. Up with it, makes a nice throw. Good-looking fielder out there for the Huskies. But it's the Muskies taking the 5-0 lead into the 9th inning. 3 outs perhaps left in Hutchinson's season. We'll be back with more live on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Nobody does high school sports like PrepSpotlight.tv. Your home for Minnesota State tournament action is also where you can find the best weekly action during the regular season in 2021. We make it easy to be a high school sports fan at PrepSpotlight.tv.
Never leave food cooking unattended. Make a fire escape plan with your family. If a fire occurs in your home, get out, stay out, and call for help. Follow us on Facebook at Waconia Fire Relief to stay up to date on events and fire prevention tips. Coming into the game to pitch for Sartell is number 8, David Kroger. David
Amensky's first round outing here in the Class C state tournament is a success as he goes 8 innings, pitches 5 hits, 5-hit shutout ball, 13 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. So Dominski's out, and Sartell called to the bullpen here. David Kroger. So David Dominski out, David Kroger in. Kroger, a right-handed pitcher. See if we can pull stats here on David. So Kroger has appeared in 9 games this year. Sports a 1.4 ERA. And 31 1/3 innings pitched. Kroger, by the way, 4 saves on the year as well. So the closer for the Muskies coming in to try to shut down the Huskies. Their final opportunity here to rally against Sartell, and they'll no doubt be happy to not see Dominski out there. Well, looking at the numbers, Kroger on paper doesn't look to be much easier. So leading things off, Jake Wendland, and it'll be Hahn and Arlt at least scheduled up in this inning as Wendland drives that one out of play. 0-1 the count. Wendland coming out swinging here. 0-2, 2 foul balls. Again, this is our second of 4 games here on the Class C bracket here today. 0-2 pitch from Kroger, and he's swinging at all 4 of those pitches. This one driven deep to center field. It hits the track and bounces off the wall. So, yes, it's good to not have to face Dominski, apparently, for the Hutch lineup, as Wendland smashes one to the wall for a leadoff double in the top of the 9th.
Next up for Hutchinson, the center fielder, number 16, Marcus.
And now Marcus Hahn steps up, the number 5 hitter in the lineup for Hutch. He is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Check swing. Doesn't go. 1-0. On swings at a low pitch there. Count is even, 1-1. Drives this one toward his own dugout. Photographer's diving out of the way over there. Everybody's safe. 1-2 the count. That leadoff at bat from Wendland. Again, he swung at every pitch, 4 pitches. He finally found the one he liked. There's Hahn. Just out in front of that one, pops it up high to shortstop. Under it, making the play is Schellinger.
Next up for Hutch, the catcher.
So 1 down.
Cody Arlt.
As Cody Arlt comes up. Cody struck out twice, grounded out once, 0 for 3 on the day. Little snap on that pitch, but just to the outside. 1-0 now. Oh, and that one Inside pitch. And Arlt didn't move, but it ricocheted off the catcher's glove. And Parch couldn't hold that one, so down to third goes Wendland. And it's a 2-0 count to Arlt. And that's the pitch that Kroger was trying for the last time. He does hit the inside corner, 2-1 now. Arlt swinging here, evens the count, 2-2. Arlt, chance to drive in a run perhaps. Tagging is Wendland. Good throw comes home. But Wendland scoots in just in front of the throw. And Hutchinson is on the board, 5-1. But now down to their final out, and Adam Katzenmeyer comes to the plate. So obviously, Kroger and the Muskies will exchange that out for that run. Now Kroger concentrate on Katzenmeyer. Try to close this thing out for Sartell. Strike one. We'll make that strike two. So the Huskies down to their final strike here in the 2021 season. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, driven toward left. Camping underneath it. And grabbing it is Jace Otto, and that's it. Sartell wraps up a 5-1 victory over Hutchinson here to move on to the second round. For the story of this game, David Amensky with 13 strikeouts. Goes 8 innings for the Muskies. Again, carrying the water as their ace on the mound. The story of this one, Hutch leaving the bases loaded in the first inning. They had one out with the bases loaded, but not able to get one across against Demensky. And then John DeRock, great game pitched as well for Hutchinson. But in the sixth inning, the Muskies figured it out. 4 runs on 5 hits. They chased DeRock and break things open. And again, Demensky 8 innings, 13 strikeouts, and David Kroger in to close it down. So Sartell, again, they won 34 games this season. So good squad. They move on to the next round, and they will face Wanamengo in Waconia. That game next Sunday at 4:30. So congrats to the Muskies. Good season for the Huskies. That'll do it for game number 2 for us here at Hawk Field in Hamburg, live on PrepSpotlight.tv. Next up for us, the Watertown taking on Midway. So if you subscribed and you want to check back in on that game, in about 25 minutes we'll be underway here for our third of 4 games scheduled here in Hamburg. We thank you so much for watching the Huskies taking on the Muskies. I'm Eric Murphy. Have a good day, everybody.